In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your blend door actuator on your Chevy Sonic. It's located behind the glove box. Using a 10mm wrench, we're going to remove our negative battery terminal. Just going to turn this to the left, loosen it up, twist this, and remove. Make sure it's not touching anything metal. If you need to, you can put a rag around it. Your blend door actuator is behind your glove box. You're going to want to drop this down, and then you're going to push the two sides in on your glove box and let that drop. Once you get to this point, you can slide this off and remove your glove box. Here's a shot of where this blend door is exactly and what it looks like. We're through the glove box right now, above all the HVAC stuff. Using a 7mm socket, we're going to take out these two black screws. There's one on this side and there's one on this side. Once you remove those two screws, you're going to push up on this kick panel, and there's two things that pop up, and you got to take them out of the squares that live right here. Once you get that popped up, go in where the glove box was and remove a push pin. Now we're going to remove this right here. To do that, it's just a push pin. We're going to take out the center part first, and then you can remove the whole thing. And now we're going to remove this. So here we are. We're going to remove this screw and also this one up here. It should be the same size. Ours is missing. I'm using a 7mm socket. Now I'm going to remove this harness from this plastic bracket. I'm using a trim tool to do that. So we should be able to move this around and give us a little bit more room now, once we get our hand up in there. Now I'm going to use my 5.5mm socket, reach my ratchet up, and remove the bottom bolt. So now I have a 5.5mm socket on this lower bolt, and I'm just going to loosen it up. I'm using a 1/4" ratchet, pretty thin profile, and I'm underneath the kick panel, where the kick panel was, and I'm undoing this bolt. So now I'm on the top bolt, and same size, 5.5mm, and we're going to undo this bolt. This blend door actuator drop, and right here is our connector. So we're going to pick up on this tab here and unplug it. All right, I'm using some pliers to hold it still since I can't get my hand in there. And we're just going to wiggle this connector off like that, and now we can remove this. Now we're going to put our connector in first, because you're not going to be able to do it up top. So I'm going to reach this in and press the connector on. It's easier to put it on than take it off. Just make sure it's facing the right way. I'll show you what I did. So that's connected, and now we're going to feed it up back into its place. And the connector was facing down. We're going to slide it onto the post that it lives on and make sure it's seated really well. And once that's seated in, we're going to get a bolt started. I'm going to do my bottom one first because it's easier to get to. So down here is where that bolt is that I just started. And now we're going to start the other bolt up here. I'm going to reach my hand up there. And get the bolt started. Now we're going to tighten that one up. So I'm going to feed my ratchet upwards. And now we're going to move to the bottom one. And now we're going to tighten this bottom one. So now both bolts are in, and the connector obviously is plugged in as well, and we're going to start putting this back together. Now we're going to put our computer back. We can get one bolt started. Once that's tight, we're gonna push this push pin back in for the harness. We're gonna push this in. Now we're gonna put our kick panel back. So pull it towards you. Make sure you bring your air channel with you and make sure it's still hooked into the side wall over here. Make sure your harnesses are where they belong and not blocking the way. Drop that back in. It should go in here and on the other corner. I'm gonna get my air channel in to where it belongs. Kind of behind the radio. You'll see it when you're in there. You really want to pay attention to this part, otherwise you're not going to have any air flow if you don't hook it in there right. Make sure you're hooked in your air channel, otherwise the airflow won't be good. Now you're going to push your bottom part in to where it lives, right here, and lock it in with the center push pin. Just fits in there. It only fits one way. Lock that in. Now we're going to put our 2 bolts in underneath. Do the same on the other side. We're going to reinstall our negative battery terminal. Press it on and tighten it up. You want it tight enough where the terminal doesn't move. Now we're going to put our hinges in. Just slide it up. And once you're engaged on both sides, you're going to go over here and you're going to slide the piston down and onto that. And now we're going to push this in. And close it. Now just make sure it works properly. Now you want to get in your vehicle after you reconnect the battery and turn the key on or start the vehicle and make sure that your blend door is working properly by turning the heat on and off and putting the AC on and off and make sure that it changes temperature. And you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.